Are you considering moving to Omaha, Nebraska? Well, in today's video, we're going to go over a few tips and tricks if you're moving from out of state to Omaha, Nebraska, and we're going to get started right now. Hi, my name is David Matney with Nebraska Realty. I'm a local realtor here in Omaha, Nebraska. Now let's jump into today's topic. First step is going to be to do some preliminary research about the area you're moving to. You want to start your research as early as possible. You're going to want to research schools, crime, and the cost of living. If you're moving to Nebraska, one of the websites you want to explore is the Nebraska Department of Education's website. You can compare school districts and get stats on individual schools. The site is nep.education.gov. And even if you don't have kids, you still want to consider the school district. People in Omaha real estate market make real estate decisions based on school district. The next thing you want to research is crime. If you're moving to Sarpy County, you can check out sarpy.gov, and they have a link to crime mapping on their website. And you can also explore the Omaha Police Department website, and they have a crime mapping tool as well. And I'll leave links to both those sites in the description below. Another site worth investigating is neighborhoodscout.com. This site will give you some tools on the ability to compare crime in different areas. So you can compare the crime to where you're from to the crime in Omaha, Nebraska. And it also has information on schools and demographics. Realtor.com is another good research tool, and it has a feature on its mapping page that deals with schools, noise, flooding, transit, and the different amenities. Another website you want to check out is the Nebraska Sex Offender Registry website. This will give you the ability to search by location or by region. The site is sor.nebraska.gov. Another thing to research is the cost of living. Now, bankrate.com has a cost of living calculator where you can compare where you're moving from to where you're moving to. In this case, you want to go to their website, and I'll leave a link to it below in the description. And this will give you an idea of how far your money will go compared to where you live now. And I think if you're moving to Omaha, I think what you're going to be really pleasantly surprised with is the affordability of our area. Now, obviously, our prices have gone up just like any other city out there. But when you compare it to other parts of the country, the Midwest is much more affordable. Now, the next thing you want to do is research your job situation. Lock down your job before you move. And if you work from home, talk to your employer and make sure that you can work remotely if you decide to move out of state. One of the things people like about moving to Omaha is our traffic. Generally speaking, you can commute across the city in under 30 minutes. However, you still want to look at commute times, especially during peak travel hours. Another site you want to check out is city-data.com. It has a wide variety of stats on a variety of different topics. Let's talk about number 2, and that's going to be planning a visit. If possible, plan a visit. It's important to note this is not a vacation. On this visit, you're going to be searching areas and you're going to be talking to people. One of the things you'll like about living in Omaha is that people are very friendly. Go out and visit grocery stores, go to coffee shops, go out to eat. Ask people questions about what they like and what they don't like about living in Omaha. And here's another thing to remember too, and that is everybody has an opinion and you want to keep an open mind. Another thing you want to research is look at things that you like to do. For example, if biking is important, you may want to be close to the Papio Creek Trail or close to one of the dam site lakes like Lake Zorinsky. Or let's say you like to kickbox. Well, then maybe you want to be close to a kickboxing gym. And when you're here, you want to drive the city. Look at the neighborhoods. Now, drive some of the surrounding cities and communities. Check out Bennington, Elkhorn, Gretna, Papillion, La Vista, Ralston, and Bellevue. Again, this is a preliminary visit for learning about the city. Drive different neighborhoods as well within the city. For example, if you're in Omaha, check out Benson, check out North Omaha, Exarban, the Blackstone District, Florence, South Omaha, and the Old Market. We have some incredible neighborhoods. Let's talk about number 3, your budget. Now, keep an open mind. Find a neighborhood that best suits your budget and your needs. Now, speaking of budget, if you're going to be buying a home, you're going to need to assemble a professional team in Omaha for buying a home. And if you need a lender and a realtor, I would love the opportunity to be of service. And I'll put you in contact with a great local lender here in the Omaha area. And if you're going to be buying a home, make sure you lock down your financing before you move. It costs nothing to speak with a lender. This conversation is critical. If you do own and you have to sell in order to buy, you need to know that and do this before you invest all of your time in a personal visit. This conversation with the lender is also going to give you some valuable insight on what you can afford. Okay, let's talk about logistics. Okay, how do you plan to move? Are you doing it yourself? Are you hiring a moving company? Or are you going to use pods? Start the vetting process of various moving companies in your area early and read the reviews, read the fine print. Here's the other thing too, give yourself plenty of time. How about the insurance if any of your belongings become damaged en route? Get different quotes. Don't just go with the company with the lowest cost. Let's talk about if you currently own a home. Start the moving process early. Start by going room to room and classifying your belongings in 3 categories: keep, donate, or sell. Have your garage sale before you move. The things that you don't sell at that garage sale, then go ahead and donate those. Many people move their furniture only to buy new furniture at their new place once they move. Again, don't do anything in terms of credit, in terms of buying furniture or anything like that, without talking to your lender first, especially if you're putting anything on credit. And then start the process of saving boxes early too. Now, when you have a home to sell, when you're going room by room and sorting out your belongings, go ahead and write down what needs to be repaired. Start the process of making those repairs early. And then if you're putting your home on the market, make sure you have your furnace and AC cleaned and serviced before putting your home on the market. Many sellers make the mistake of waiting too long before putting their home on the market. The best stress is a sold home. Give yourself plenty of time. You might have to sell your home, then rent an apartment, and then when a job becomes available, then make your move. Nobody likes to move twice. However, delays do happen, and you want to plan out as far as possible. If you own a home out of state and you plan on buying a home when you get to Omaha, Nebraska, you may want to consider renting for 6 months to a year so you can get acclimated to the city. This will give you an opportunity to get settled in your new job, learn the city, and then you can take your time in buying a home. And if you're building a home, this may be required. Let's talk about some of the documentation. After you have all of your items that you plan on keeping, go ahead and do a video inventory, especially if you're hiring a moving company. Keep all of your important documents separate. If possible, scan those into the cloud. Don't forget things like that are at a bank safety deposit box. And before you leave your location, go ahead and make that final doctor visit or dental appointment before you leave. That way, you don't have to be any sort of pressure when you arrive. And then if any of the kids needs vaccinations or sports physicals, have them done so you won't be under pressure when you arrive at your new destination. A few more logistical tips. If you plan on driving your vehicle, have your vehicle's oil changed and tuned up before you hit the road. And give yourself plenty of time for travel time. And if you're hiring a moving company, keep all of your important papers with you and pack a box of things that you will need right away. For example, screwdrivers and Allen wrenches for assembling the furniture. And you also want to have paper plates, cups, toiletries, and don't forget toilet paper in that box. This often gets overlooked, but don't forget to cancel any subscriptions like your Amazon account and forward your address with the Postal Service. You also want to make sure that you set up your new address with the utility service. You don't want to move to your new place and then find out that you forgot to transfer the utilities and now you have to go 3 days without water. If you have pets, make sure they're updated with any required vaccinations, and I'll leave a link to the Nebraska Humane Society's website in the description below. Don't forget to update your address with your insurance company and your bank too. And then after you move, make sure you contact the Department of Motor Vehicles to get your new vehicle registration and your new driver's license. And if you're moving to Nebraska, you'll also have to change your registration to vote. No matter how well you plan, something's going to go sideways in the moving process. That's just the way it is. And if you're moving to Omaha, I think in the long run, it's going to be worth it. Unless it's January, then you're going to think, well, what in the world did I just do? If you want to learn more about the weather in Omaha, be sure to watch this next video and you make it a great day.